Jalen Hurts, a huge name that everyone's talking about this offseason, okay? He finished QB 35 in 2020. In 2021, his ADP is quarterback 10, which is pretty high up there. I know you have really strong opinions about him going into this season. Are you sold on all this talk?
I think I'm in two different mindsets. And one, there's a glimmer of hope, and the other one, I'm completely off of Jalen Hurts.
I agree.
The first one is redraft leagues. In redraft leagues, I am seeing a glimmer of hope. In Dynasty, I'm completely out, and I'll just explain the reasons why. There's a reason to be excited this year, okay? The reason to be excited this year is because there's going to be opportunity. He's going to be the starter. But more importantly, he's got a really nice rushing upside.
Okay.
From week 14 onwards, when he took over the starting role from Wentz, he had just under 70 rushing yards per game. That elevates a player's floor significantly as a starting quarterback. If he can throw 3 touchdowns and still run 70 yards a game, you get an extra 7 points per game. He also finds his way into the end zone rushing as well. So depending if you're in a league that offers more for rushing touchdowns, that could be quite significant for you as well.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't surprise me if Jalen Hurts finished the year with 8 rushing touchdowns. I mean, he had 3 rushing touchdowns and he only started 4 games. So there's a real scenario where he could finish with 8 to 10 rushing touchdowns. That excites me. His rushing upside excites me.
I agree.
I'm also excited by how terrible this Eagles defense is. They are, in my opinion, you're a Giants fan. I'm a Washington fan. Can we agree that they are the worst team in the NFC East?
Yeah, at the moment, absolutely.
So if we agree, maybe that's harsh, but I think we both agree that they are the worst team in the NFC East.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the opponents that they're going to face. Keeping in mind that their defense is well below average, they're facing the Falcons, the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Panthers, the Bucks, the Chargers, the Saints, the Giants twice, the Cowboys twice, and Washington twice. All those teams have pretty good offenses, in my opinion. That's 13 games at least where I believe they will be bleeding on the defensive end.
Okay.
And what is king in fantasy? Opportunity is king. So those two things put together, I'm excited about him in redraft. Now, I can't get as high as other people. He's my quarterback 13. ADP right now is quarterback 10. So I can't get excited as other people. But I still see some glimmer of hope for redraft league specifically. Yeah. I don't want to get into Dynasty just yet. I'll let you rebuttal before we talk about Dynasty.
No, I completely agree. I'm not extremely high on that. And when looking at that, once again, opportunity. He can use his legs. He can be extremely dangerous with his legs. And what do we know about Jalen Hurts? He loves to throw the ball. He goes wild when throwing the ball. He loves to move in the pocket. And who they add, Devonta Smith. There's going to be a lot of opportunity there. I think another thing that I like to think of when I was looking into Jalen Hurts was I knew this whole Eagles coaching staff was in the shambles last year in the offseason.
Yeah.
Okay, one big thing that I thought in research when I came into this was offensive coach. Who was that?
Okay.
Shane. I can't even say his last name, so I'm not even going to say it. All I can tell you is that he came from the Chargers. Okay?
Okay.
What happened with the Chargers? Once again, Justin Herbert had a great year. Austin Eckler, obviously he was hurt, but assuming he has a great year. What do the Chargers like to do when Shane's there? What they like to do is they like to check down the ball. They like to throw the ball short passes, quick interval, quick passes. So I think getting a Devonta Smith, yards after the catch monster is going to be crazy. Number one, and Jalen Hurts can move out of the pocket. So I think there's great opportunity for him, and I do agree there. He's going to be crazy and he's going to be special. So I think they're going to see all that with this new offense and this offensive scheme, and they're going to give him a lot. That's going to give him a whole nother year, which is in year 3 for him. Yeah, that's why I'm not 100% sold on him in Dynasty, which I know you're going to talk about, but I hear you on that.
So we both see that there's opportunities in redraft. And I think we're comfortable if you're taking him. I'm not taking him. I see him going as early as the 5th all the way to like the 8th round. I'm not taking him anywhere near that in a redraft 1 quarterback league.
Right.
If he falls to the 10th, let's talk about it. Let's talk about taking Jalen Hurts. Let's talk about Dynasty, because this is where I'm very, very strong on Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I am not touching Jalen Hurts in Dynasty. Okay. Don't care where it is. He's not going to get out of the 5th round, 6th round, 7th round. You won't find me drafting him anywhere near those rounds.
Okay.
And there's 2 reasons I'm not touching him. The first one is, and really the most important, is his security as a starter in Philly is 100% in doubt. In all honesty, I don't know about you, I haven't seen anything that would show me that Jalen Hurts is the future of this team. I might be wrong.
But he had a good couple of runs when he was on the field. He had decent games.
There is nothing that I've seen that has shown me he is the secured starter for this team. Now, the other scenario, which we talked about, this team's going to be very, very bad. If they start 2-8, which is a very realistic scenario looking at their schedule, and Hurts is just okay, he has to be spectacular for him to be the future of this team. If they end up 2-8, why the hell would the Eagles not go in tank mode? You might say, well, why would they do that?
Well,
there's no way they would do that. They already did it. Week 17, 2020 versus my Washington football team. There's no question they took out Jalen Hurts because they wanted to lose that game.
The question, okay.
So,
sorry,
if they're bad, 2-8, let's say 3-7, and they're like, we're not making the playoffs, why the hell would they start Jalen Hurts? If he's not spectacular, if he's just okay, he's okay, he's going to win a Super Bowl. No, we just know by now he's not going to. Why would he remain their starter?
Maybe they took him out because they wanted to tank, because they knew that if he stayed in the game, they would have won. Number two, if that was true, which I do believe is true, and if they were tanking to get a quarterback, which they had the best opportunity to get any top freaking 5 quarterback in the draft, they should have gotten it.
I'm more speaking to next year's draft, not the draft that just happened.
I'm just saying.
I get that, but I think they probably realize they're not in a place to really build around a quarterback just yet. The offensive line isn't in a great place. They had no weapons. So even if they drafted Justin Fields, who's he throwing the ball to? Jalen Reagor? Like, he's good, but come on. Like, I think they were like, we need to get an X factor on our team in Devonta Smith.
Right.
And personally, if they're a top 5 team in the draft next year, top 5 bad, then they're going to take a quarterback, which means Jalen Hurts, who is already a project, you're going to draft him in Dynasty and not have a starting quarterback next year. It just, someone I'm 100% not touching, have no interest in. And I could be 100% wrong, but that's how I feel. And the other side of this is he's a mobile quarterback. So there needs to be some worry about injury. Can you do it the right way or the wrong way? Are you going to be RG3 or are you going to be Kyler Murray? Can you figure it out, or will you be too ambitious that you end up getting injured? So for me, again, like redrafts, I'm comfortable with Dynasty. I'm not even touching Jalen Hurts. There's a 50% chance he's not the starter of this team next year.
Say less.
And people are drafting him in the 3rd round of Dynasty leagues.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch
now,
it.
You can also subscribe.
Right now.
If you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/fantasylandfam.